Yo, what is up? It's Finn State with CB83A coming to you for another banger. You already know how we do. It's Saturday night. The Dolphins play tomorrow, and it's a business trip. We're going to get another big dub tomorrow in downtown Baltimore. Shout out to everybody coming in the room. Punch the like button on your way in. I see y'all boys in the building. I see you, Q. I see you, Lakeisha Smith. What's popping from the Bahamas? What's going on? Irv, I see you. Let's get this thing cracking. Chef Jew in the building. Chef Jew, what's good, OG? I see you. What's good, Triple OG? What's up with you? Shout out to the homie Chef Jew in the building. FMP's in the building also. Finn's all the way up. It's a Saturday night, and it's feeling right. Finn's getting that dub tomorrow. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I'm about to crank this thing. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey, shout out to everybody in the building. I see y'all popping in here. What's going on? It's Saturday night. Twas the night before another big dub. It's your boy, The Voice, Finn State with CB83A coming to you for another banger. Hey, we're going to have a good time tonight. I got some of the homies pulling up. Gonna open up the panel for a little bit, man. Just have a good show and have some good Miami Dolphins talk today, right? Some good Miami Dolphins talk. Man, the Dolphins are 11-4, taking on the big bad Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Man, I'm excited. Another great opportunity for us to go out and get a dub. Another great opportunity. First and foremost, shout out to the homie Q who was in here first. He says, what's up, Oos? What's popping with you, Q? That's the homie for real. That's the homie in real life. We got to go up for the homie. We got to go up. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie Q in the building. Q, what's popping with you? What's good, Oos? What's going on with you? Lakeisha Smith, what's up? Fans up from the Bahamas. I see the Bahamian flags. Hey, shout out to the 242. Shout out to the family in Nassau, the family all over Bahamas, man. Shout out to y'all. I got a lot of love for the Bahamas. A lot of love, family there. A lot of great Dolphin fans in the Bahamas also. Shout out to all those Dolphin fans in the Bahamas holding it down. They've been riding with us for a long time too, man, and it's our time. It's our time, man. Hey, we walking into Baltimore tomorrow. Hey, dub, do we go get the dub tomorrow?
I hope so.
Okay.
Sir, I hope so. Hey, Miami Dolphins going in there to handle business tomorrow. Going in there to handle business. Punch that like button on your way in. Hit the like button for your boy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hey, Irv's here. The members gang is here, right? Q's here. Q's in the members gang also. Appreciate y'all. He said, what's good, Pod Squad? What's good with you, Irv? Shout out to the homie Irv. Always coming through and showing love. Always. Always. Irv, what's good, my boy? What's popping with you? Let me go ahead and get this out the way. Shout out to the Patreon members gang, the captains of the squad, Q, Riggy, S. Harris, and Dre. The rookies in the squad, we got Irv, William Perry, and Hooked Up Joe. Who's going to be next? Punch the link right there. If you want to become a member of the Patreon, there's a free portion of it, and there's also a portion of that supports the channel financially. So every little bit helps me create some cool content, helps me do some cool stuff with the show, man. Appreciate the love. Also, hey, shout out to Bet USA. You got to check out the newest member of the family. They're a part of the team. You put $50 in and run the money up. Simple. You get a 125% sign-up bonus. You can't really beat that deal anywhere. As far as the Bet USA goes. I know we got the hard rock stuff going on here in Florida, but Bet USA is a good option as well for those people who are outside of the state of Florida as well. So, hey, appreciate y'all. If you support that, you support me. Hey, love it. If you can't do that, punch that like button all the way. Hit that like button a couple times just to make sure it went through, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate the Patreon members supporting the channel. I gotta go up one time for y'all. I gotta go up for the members gang, man. Let's go. sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie Chef Jew in the building. Chef Jew's the triple OG in the community. He's supporting everywhere. He says, what's good, OG, CB83 and everyone? How y'all doing tonight? Hey, check your pulse. Check your pulse. Check your pulse. Fins up. You already know what time it is. My dog, Chef Jew. Hey, always coming through and showing love. And you got to support Chef Jew in his catering venture as well. Does a fantastic job servicing the South Florida area down there. Real Dolphin lifer right there. Real Dolphin lifer, man. FMP is in the building. Shout out to the homie FMP. Fins all the way up. It's Saturday night, and the feeling is right. Fins getting that dub tomorrow. Yes, sir. Let's see. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Hey, subscribe, like, share, and donate. Please help the channel grow. Fins up. Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. The Dolphins Realtor is here. Check. What's good, man? What's good with you? That Dolphins Realtor, that's my guy. TDR, killing it on Twitter, bro. Killing it on Twitter. My man dropping the content on Twitter. Y'all got to go follow your man's TDR on Twitter. He dropped some heat, man. I see Tom the Don in the building. Tom the Don, what's good? Poor FSU playoff committee got it right. Jesus, no way they didn't get it right, huh? What, bro?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Florida State had half of their team opt out of playing in the game, right? We weren't going to go out there and play and compete. I mean, half the team's out. Mike Norvell can barely coach a team with the talent on the field. How do you think he's going to do without the talent? Come on, man. Let's be real, right? Mike Norvell was not getting them boys to a dub without our talent. We got to have our talent. And if our talent isn't there, we aren't going to compete. We aren't going to win the game. It's just not going to happen. But I'm proud of our guys. We had a great season. We should have been in the playoff, and we should have been basically going in at full strength with all our guys ready to go. It didn't happen. Hey, that's how it shakes out sometimes. Hey, can't cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. We're going to keep it pushing for sure. What's good? Newfoundland in the building. Let's get this W tomorrow. Fins up. Yes, sir, Newfoundland. Let's get this damn dub, man. It's time. It's time. Hey, check it out. Doll pulled up. What's good? She says I rolled up. What's good? Fins up, Doll. We got to go up one time for Doll. Let's go. Shout out to Doll for coming through. Cap for life. What's popping, man? CB, I need Tony Pollard to score tonight. Hey, I'm not even watching the game right now. I need to turn it on. I'm tripping. What's the score? Somebody give me the score of the game. TDR. He says, thanks, CB. For sure, bro. Always. I see y'all. We're going to get this thing popping, man. Tom says, my bad. Didn't know half of the players opted out. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All our players didn't play, man. That's how it be sometimes. That's how it bees, man. But we got a lot to talk about tonight. I got, some things I want to touch on for sure, right? In reference to the team. There's some... there's a lot going on with the team right now. I'm excited about where we are. But this game, the hype around this game it's real, right? You have the Miami Dolphins going into Baltimore. What's crazy about this is we're underdogs, which I expected, like 3.5 points, right? Something like that. And it really can go either way, right? But I think this Miami Dolphins team is built to beat good teams, right? And I think the Ravens are a good team, but I think the Miami Dolphins are a better team. And when you look at our top talent and you look at how our guys are performing right now, I'm just really excited about this matchup tomorrow. Really excited about it, right? A lot of people say, hey, the Dolphins got no shot. I heard Keyshawn Johnson say, we were going to lose 47-10 or some ridiculousness like that, right? And that's why some of these guys I really don't take serious. And I can tell they don't watch Miami Dolphins football because if they did watch the film, they would see, hey, this team's gritty. They can find a way to get it done, right? Um, but we'll get into the details of it and we'll have some discussion. I got some of the homies pulling up. And we're just going to talk a little bit and then I'm going to open it up for you guys to kind of get in on the conversation as well, right? 10-7 Lions. Okay, I see it. Oh, Dallas struggling. We're going to see. Hey, they need that dub. They need that dub. They're already in, but they do need a dub. Adam, what's good with you? Shout out to the homie Adam Sadowski in the building. I see y'all. I see y'all in here, man. But let's do this. Let's go ahead. I got one of the homies in the back. I got the homie Doc Brown in the building. Doc, what's going on with you, man?
What up, baby? The calm before the storm.
The calm before the storm is here, Doc. We literally, 12 hours away, 24 hours away from it's
Less
actually 12
than.
hours, man. Less than 24.
Yes.
Less than 24. So,
Yes.
hey, and that's the crazy thing about this game too. This game is a 1:00 game, right? This game has prime time implications, right? It seems like it should be a prime time game. Now I was doing some research on this earlier, and they were saying that the NFL reached out to the Ravens about moving the game, and they wanted to see what they thought about it. Now let's put it into context a little bit. The Ravens just played on Monday night, right? They played on the West Coast, right? So not only did they miss Christmas Day, but they also missed Christmas Eve. So they were in San Francisco on Christmas Eve, played on Christmas Day, and then got back late and probably celebrated with their families on Tuesday, right? And then also had to get in the mode of preparation, in the mode for preparing for Sunday's game. So the NFL did reach out to them and say, hey, we know you guys are coming off West Coast. We know there's a lot going on. Do you guys want to move the game to a later time slot, to that 8 p.m. time slot? And the Ravens said no. They said, hey, we want to keep it at 1 p.m. We feel comfortable with that. And, I mean, this is a New Year's Eve game too, so I think that probably had a lot to do with it. But what's your thoughts on it being a 1:00 game, Doc, and having that 1:00 slot instead of it being a 4 p.m. game or a 8 p.m. game?
Man, you saying that just brought a lot to my mind, man. In 1994, when I was with the Oilers, we played San Francisco on Christmas Day. So I remember that scenario and what it is to be away from your family, your friends. My dad, them had came to Houston for Christmas, but then I went to the game and then came back after, the game and saw my family on the 26th. So yeah, that's a tough deal. But I also heard that, there's a big festival in Baltimore as well on that day, so it would conflict with that. So there was a lot going on as well.
Yeah.
So it's the city plus the team traveling, as you mentioned, all of those things. And, teams get into routines, man, and you know what to expect from week to week. And coaches and teams prepare for these things 2 to 3 games out, right? So the equipment crew and all of the crews are already preparing for 2 weeks from now to set up. So it can put some pressure on an organization when the NFL starts coming and saying, let's flex this game and let's do all those things as well.
Yeah. I think that's the case, man. And I think even with it being a 1 p.m. time slot, right, it seems like there's probably going to be about 70% of the country who gets this game, who gets an opportunity to watch this game.
Hey, man, I don't know if I would have been able to make it to no damn 8:00 game. I'm ready to go right now.
Doc say he ready to rock and roll right now.
Right. So if they'd have put the game at, the night game, man, that'd have been a long wait, man. I'd probably been drunk as hell, and had to cook.
My dog would have been on his ass, huh?
Right, by game time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Let's go.
And honestly, I think it works out for Miami Dolphin fans. It works out for both parties. I think when you look at it, we get a 1:00 slot, and then we get to spend time with our families. This New Year's Eve, it's going to be parties. It's going to be a lot going on. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity for us to watch the game at 1 o'clock and just enjoy the rest of the day. As long as we go out there and get that dub, it's going to be. I'm gonna have a really great day tomorrow. As long as we go out here and get this dub, man.
Hey man, let's start 2024 right, man. Let's
Let's
start it
do
with a
it.
dub.
Let's
Let's
do it.
go.
Let's do it. But yeah, so that 8 p.m. slot wasn't. So what's funny about this thing is that the 8 p.m. slot is the Vikings and the Packers, right? And the Vikings and the Packers still have some kind of playoff implications. Now, I think if that game was a trash game and it looked like, hey, it wasn't that game was going to be bad, I think the NFL would have automatically moved it. But I don't, that's still a game that's pretty competitive that, has a good following. It's a rivalry game. So I can, I still think that that'll still be a solid game at the 8 p.m. slot. And then in the 4 p.m. slot, you have Chiefs and Cincinnati as well, right? And I think Chiefs and Cincinnati is going to be a huge game that people are watching. I think people are really looking at, looking for the downfall of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I think a lot of people are paying attention to that. And it's funny how people kind of tend to love the
they
drop.
love you in the good times.
Hey, what they do, Doc? What they do, Doc?
Man, hey, when it's good, boy, they be praying for your downfall.
They be praying for your downfall. And that is exactly what's going on with the Chiefs right now. People are just tuning in because they want to see these dudes downfall. Like, they want to see it. And also, you got the Swiftie element too, which is another thing that keeps the Chiefs hot and keeps them in, in the national media. But man, there's going to be some good games tomorrow. A lot of playoff implications in terms of seeding, and then you got the Bills and the Pats tomorrow, right? And I mean, bro, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of score checking on our end, and the great thing about it, hey, we control our own destiny, dog. We control ours. All we got to do is take care of what we need to take care of, get these wins, and we ain't really got to worry about it. We the 1 seed, and we just kind of show up and see who y'all want us to play. I mean, at the crib.
Well, this is what summer and spring football and mini camps are all about, being able to put yourself in a position at this time of the year. That's why you go out and you work on play, throwing routes and blocking schemes in the summer, right? And you're working with the receivers, working with Tua, so that in this time, in these moments, they're ready to make a play. So I'm really, really excited about what we're going to see tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I think it's going to be exciting. Now, let's talk a little bit about, and I see the homie Lou. I sent Lou the links. Maybe Lou comes up. But let's talk about this offense a little bit, right? Now, this offense last week put up 6 points, 1 touchdown, right? And then got into the area, got into the red zone, got into plus territory a good amount of times. They just couldn't convert on some of those 3rd and 4th downs and couldn't keep the drive going to get into the end zone. With this offense facing we can consider Baltimore a physical defense. Can this offense get going and score some touchdowns tomorrow versus a really good defense? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I want to give credit where credit is due. I think it was maybe Omar, or maybe it was in one of the spaces. I'm not sure, but they made mention of the fact that Baltimore gives up the most yardage. They're number 1 in yardage given up by defense. And so that tells me that we're going to be able to move the ball from 20 to 20. The game will come down again to, can we score 6 instead of 3? And I think this is a game where we got to go ahead and get the touchdown. We can't be messing around, kicking field goals. Obviously, as long as you put in points on the board, you good. Yeah. So I think we'll be able to do that. But ultimately, there's going to come a time when we got to start putting the ball in the end zone. So I think this is a great week to be able to do that, because that clearly we're going to be able to move the ball on them based on the statistics.
Yeah. Of course, of course. And I think we'll be able to move the ball. I think we're gonna have to convert on some of those, third and fives. Like I said, this team is best when they're in, third and shorts. When we're in third and short, the whole playbook is open. We can convert. I think Mostert and A-Chain will be big tomorrow. I think they'll be huge in terms of the game plan, whether it's in the passing game or the run game. Because I think that's the great thing about these guys is that they're pretty versatile backs. So you can use them in the pass game and you can use them in the run game. Our offensive line is going to have to play tough up front. They're going to have to be physical. They're going to have to play heavy on their hands and punch guys in the mouth. And just protect, right? Protect Tua, keep him clean for the most part. I know you're not going to keep him clean the entire game, but just do your best to stay in front of guys and not whiff and make the key blocks. And we'll be fine. And I'm excited, man. I think, Waddle is out tomorrow, and that's something we need to kind of have a conversation about. And that kind of leads me into that. Like, Waddle's out. And watching the film last week, I saw Cedric Wilson in there a lot. I saw him making some really good blocks and playing tough. Who do you think are the guys that kind of step up in the absence of Waddle? I mean, you play receiver at the NFL level. You've seen a lot of these guys. Now, I got a bone to pick with you. You remember? Because we had the Craycraft conversation, right? We had that Craycraft conversation, and Craycraft is kind of buried under Cedric Wilson and under Claypool right now. But it's interesting to see how some of these guys are kind of emerging as leaders and kind of stepping up. But in the absence of Waddle, who do you think kind of takes the reins?
Well, I think the first thing I want to see again is the maturation of Mike McDaniel, right? You got a stud that's missing, but you just named him. A-Chain, Mostert in the passing game, Claypool, Cedric Wilson has stepped up. So how do you, as a play caller, run plays that suit those types of guys, right? So it's getting A-Chain the ball in space, and he makes a move and go. It's running those slants and stuff that Cedric Wilson does really, really good in the middle of the field, those kinds of things. It's what do you do to scheme up Claypool? So I really think that it starts with Mike McDaniel's first. And then secondly, I think you mentioned this about a couple of weeks ago about the passing game being an extension of the run, right? So doing some quick things to get A-Chain the ball again in space, Mostert, getting our guys the ball in space. So, I think it's going to be a collective effort. You don't replace a guy who's got 70-something catches over 1,000 yards with one person. It's a compilation of everybody. What a Smythe,
and you brought up a good point with Smythe, man. Smythe and Ingle, I think they contributed a lot more last week, and that was good to see because that means like everybody's dealing, and that means everything's open and everybody's being utilized. So it does put extra pressure on the defense to guard more guys. So, I mean, I think you spot on in regards to the tight end and using the fullbacks and using that extension of the run game for sure.
Yeah, I look for, Waddle, being out to really make some other people step up, and that's what it's about. Obviously Berrios, really good in the slot. What happens with him? Does he get one or two? What happens with Claypool? Do we have 4 or 5 plays schemed up for him? Is Chosen going to play? And if he is, then he becomes the guy who can go deep. Does he get, loose behind somebody? Because we know he still can run. So we don't have any excuses.
We don't.
The fact that Waddle is out. Certainly, whenever you lose a guy like that, it's hurt and it hurt bad. But that's still not an excuse.
Yeah, definitely not an excuse. And that's why you go get guys like Cedric Wilson and you go get Claypool and you go get Craycraft and all these guys and Berrios, because any instance one of these guys could go down, right? And that leads me into talking about Tyreek a little bit, right? And Tyreek's going to be out there by himself, not necessarily by himself, but he won't have that speedster opposite of him and Jalen Waddle, right? I know the Miami Dolphins are probably thinking, hey, we need to just make sure Waddle is healthy prior to the playoffs. Let's make sure he's healthy going into the playoffs. So this is like a precautionary move. But we also got a guy in Tyreek who's a little bit banged up as well. But I mean, the 2000 is still on the table, right? Do you think it's possible at this point, Doc, with 2 games left, he's going to have to average about 170 yards? Do you think the 2,000 yards is still on the table for him?
Well, I think one, Waddle being there or not doesn't change anything that the defense is going to do schematically when it comes to Tyreek. It
Right.
don't matter who on the backside. They going to plan to take away Tyreek first and foremost. So
They got
that's
to.
week in and week out, right? And so
Yeah.
I think that we do what we do as well, whether Waddle is there or not, and Tyreek is the first option. And we're going to be doing our best to get him the ball early and often, and we'll see what happens with it. I just come to the fact that he's our guy, and we're going to try to get him the ball often. And there is no defense for him. We can only mess it up. They ain't got there's no such
Oh,
thing as
yeah.
a Tyreek proof defense.
he gonna eat either way, and he's gonna eat
Mm.
either way, and I agree with you there. But do you think there's a possibility he still gets the record?
I I think that there is a possibility. I just don't know if the flow of the game tomorrow is going to take us there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I think that we're going to do some things to get. Obviously, Tyreek is going to get his, but I'm just talking about how we run the play. How we run the play. I don't see this being a high scoring game. I really see it being a 20 something game, something like that. 20 to the teens, we winning, obviously.
So
But
you think he's gonna be limited a little bit in terms of yardage
no,
this
I
game?
think he still gets.
Yeah.
I think he gets 130 because he gonna get his. I just
got you.
don't know if he gets the 170
Ooh.
because that he needs to stay on pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To make it realistic in the last week.
I think,
But he gonna get his.
yeah, I think that's spot on. I was thinking around the 130 range as well, and I think if he has a huge play, it could probably jump to 170. Because if he has a 60 or 70 yard play, then you're looking at he's gonna probably get another 6 catches where he gets 15 to 20 yards, right? Each on those plays. So I think that could be on the table if he has a really big play tomorrow, but Baltimore's going to do their best to limit that. After last year and what Tua did last year, they gotta try to limit that. They gotta keep somebody over the top of Tyreek and just refuse to let him get behind him. They got to.
Yeah. You just can't let that guy beat you, but that guy's still gonna beat you though. So
Doc said you can't let him beat you, but he's still gonna beat you.
Still gonna beat you, man. They say don't get hit by that Tyson hook, but you got that hook that's always seem to find you. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah. So
Now let's get into a little bit of talk about the defense, man. And this defense has been really good since they've acquired Jalen Ramsey, right? They've been really good. Right, since we got him on the field, I mean, we've already had him, but he was injured. He came back, right? So since Ramsey's been on the field, the Dolphins' defense has just been top notch, right? And I think it was trending towards that direction.
right.
It was just a matter of guys getting used to it. And I don't want the media and other people will make it seem like, oh, it's just Ramsey. No, it's not.
Right.
It's
Right.
not.
I was
just
gonna say
Ramsey.
that. I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
We were trending that way.
Yeah.
Obviously, the defense was still learning Fangio's, what he does, and everybody went crazy after that San Diego game, and then Denver did. They had some plays or whatever, but I think it's a correlation or a culmination of all of those things. A culmination of obviously Jalen getting back. You certainly can't discount him coming back to a defense and what he's been able to do. So that is a thing, but it's also learning the defense. It's also Chubb getting comfortable in the defense. It's also Sealer and
Yeah.
Wilkins and all everybody, and it's also X now, being on the backside. It's all of that stuff that really makes a super defense. So I agree with you. I don't like when people say when Jalen got there.
Yeah. They say when Jalen got there, and that's the crazy thing about our defense. It's like, before Jalen and before Jalen and after Jalen, right? And that was kind of like that week 8 point where he came back. But when we look at the defense when Jalen got in the rotation, right? They did make a significant improvement, and I think we were
Facts.
already trending in that direction.
But you can't
Um,
take away 5. He been bought.
yeah, you can't take away. He's been balling. Now, what kind of somebody brought this to my attention, right? And they brought to my attention that, hey, since Jalen has came back, you really haven't played any good quarterbacks, right? And I mean, they're right for the most part, right? The only decent quarterback we've played is Dak, and Levis ate us up, right? He carved us up. And the other guys are like Zach Wilson, just scrubs. Like we haven't really played any good quarterbacks outside of Will Levis and Dak since Jalen got back. So is that Dolphins defense, is that after Jalen thing a little fraudish since we haven't really played any like significant quarterbacks during that time period? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's hard to even talk about that because those are things that we can't control. You beat whoever ass show up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're
and you
right.
treat them as such. So
You treat them like
if
chumps. Yeah.
yeah, so those have been chumps, and we've treated them like chumps. That's kind of how I go about it because you can't control, what those things. You just got to beat whoever ass show up to the show.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with you there. I just think, hey, the Dolphins' defense is in another great. You got another great opportunity, right? You play well versus Dak, right? And I think the Dolphins' defense just kind of fought and grinded it out and found a way to get the dub. And I think that's the same thing they're going to have to do this week. And I think you got a challenge on your hands. I think Lamar is he's slippery and he can get out of the pocket. And if he gets out of the pocket and starts taking off, we're in for a long day. So we'll see how the Dolphins play him, but I know they're going to be focused on containing that guy and keeping him in the pocket, right? That's got to be priority number one for the Miami Dolphins. What's your thoughts on playing Lamar and how he presents challenges for us?
Well, I think it ultimately starts with the premise of the defense, which is keep everything in front of you, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think that Lamar, same thing with Tyreek. There's no controlling him. You just want to try to limit the damage, and that's what
Yeah.
we have to do with Lamar is limit the damage. He's gonna get loose. Let him get loose for 7, not 70. You know what I mean? Make sure that when he goes,
Yeah.
we get him down. So, because if we get him down, we're gonna be all right. But when the problem is when he starts the 35 here and the 25 here and all of that stuff, he's gonna get his praise because he's a phenomenal athlete. But uh, the one thing I like about our team is we tackle very, very well.
Yeah, I think we tackle well. We do miss some tackles here and there, right? I would like to see us wrap up a little bit more forceful and take guys to the ground. But
Well,
we've been
obviously,
better. We've been
yeah.
better
But
for
I
sure.
think that most people quantify that with pass rushing. But when in the open field, we've
Oh,
been
yeah.
really, really good with getting people down.
Yeah, I can rock with you there. I can rock with you there for sure. I see New Finland asked this question. He says, according to Omar, Isaiah Wynn was in the building. Any chance he takes that last IR spot? I think that's going to be interesting because we only got one spot left, right? And you have a few guys on that list who are set to come back. Jerome Baker, Isaiah Wynn. Who else
Those are
is
the
on that
only two
list?
you really could consider.
Yeah, those are really the only two you can consider. Maybe I mean, Chris Brooks. I don't think you're putting Chris Brooks
I
ahead
think
of
Chris
either of
Brooks
those
was back.
guys.
I thought Chris Brooks was back.
Is he back off? Maybe he is.
Yeah,
He's back off IR.
yeah.
So
I want to say, don't
did he
quote me
take one
on
of
it.
the spots?
I thought he did, but don't quote me on it. Somebody
Yeah,
will
yeah.
put it in the chat.
Let us know what did Chris Brooks get his spot back? Let us know about that in the chat. But it really does come down to Jerome Baker or Isaiah Wynn. Um, if both guys, let's say both guys are healthy, Doc, which one are you bringing back, Jerome Baker or Isaiah Wynn?
Isaiah Wynn, man. You got to fortify that offensive line. We get Isaiah Wynn back. We become our offensive line becomes that much better, man. That dude was blocking his tail off when he was here. So, getting him back. I do think that he's the long shot, though. I thought that it was pretty much a given that he was just done for the year. So
That's what I was. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Finish up.
I'm just saying the fact that his name is even coming up is a positive. But if it's between him and Baker, in my mind, it ain't even a conversation.
Wow. Yeah, and I think you're spot on in regards to that one because I feel like Duke Riley's playing really good football. I mean, Duke Riley's playing good ball. And I'm not saying he's playing leaps and bounds better than Jerome Baker, but he's playing solid. He's good enough to get in there and make plays. And I see him being aggressive. He's timing up the blitz as well. He's good in coverage. He's been good everywhere. Now, I can sacrifice the Jerome Baker for Isaiah Wynn just because that offensive line is going to be so important down the stretch. Like, we got to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to protect Tua. Tua's an important commodity, very, very important asset to the team. So I think you're spot on. I would have to go with rocking with Isaiah Wynn off IR if he's able to come back. I mean, people did make it seem like he wasn't gonna come back at all, right? They made it seem like that was the case. And I know if he does take that last IR spot, I know Jerome Baker's gonna be hot, boy. I mean, I would be upset too. I mean, that's just the nature of it. But I mean, that's the nature of the
Ross
team.
mad about them $17 million. Hell,
Still, hey, you said Jerome Baker still money. Is that what you said, Doc?
Hey, get over it, my guy. Shit, it is what it is.
That boy is funny. Hey, New Phillips says, yeah, Brooks is playing special teams. So Brooks is back. Damn. So they gave Brooks a spot. Oh, Lord.
But again, I think that's why they said that Omar said they saw him in the building. I don't know if that means anything because if there was a chance, and Brooks came back, I think it was 2 weeks ago. If Wynn was trending any type of way, they would have waited. They would have waited. There's no way
you would think.
back.
Yeah, you would think that Chris Brooks would not get the nod over Isaiah Wynn or Jerome Baker for sure. I mean, he's
because you knew that Baker was coming back. You already knew that. That was almost a foregone conclusion that Baker was coming back. So
that puts him in a tough situation because I think we're still very thin at inside linebacker, right? I think you only got a few guys there. You got Van Ginkel, David Long, you got Duke Riley, and you got Channing Tindall. I mean, who outside of that do you have?
Well, you would have to say that them bringing Chris Brooks up was a very bad decision. But they're making that decision. Yeah, they're making this decision. I can't see, as much as I would love for him to be available, I can't see Isaiah Wynn being available in a week or so because then that would mean that the Dolphins dropped the ball on that. And they dropped the ball bad.
And that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, who gets that last IR spot. That's going to be interesting to see, whether it's Baker, Wynn, or whoever. Because, I mean, honestly, we need the guy coming off. We need him to be a contribution down the stretch. We need him to be an asset to the units down the stretch and help us get these wins in the playoffs. So And I think they have to be activated before the playoffs. They have to come off IR before the playoffs too. So that's gonna be interesting to see. We're gonna either see it maybe probably next week. I mean, at the latest. That's my thoughts.
I just don't. I don't see a world where Isaiah Wynn is coming back because there's no way they would have brought Chris Brooks up with any inclination that there's a possibility that Isaiah Wynn was coming back. Because again, you knew Baker was coming back. That's not
Yeah.
that's you knew that already. So yeah, Isaiah
Yeah.
Wynn just came in the building to say what's up.
He said to say what's up. All right, Doc. You go see
Yeah,
his
I
ass
mean,
out there. You go see his ass out there in a
I
couple
mean,
weeks. You could be like, dang.
I'm on that. No, no. I'm on the fact. I would love
Okay.
for the Dolphins to have got this wrong. I
Yeah.
would love. I just don't. Just based on the way that the Dolphins are moving. You know what I'm saying? Just based on what they've done,
Yeah.
that kind of signals to me that we can't be coming back because you're not. Because what you're saying is basically we would rather have Chris Brooks over Isaiah Wynn or Baker. That's what you're saying when you
Yeah.
bring him back.
Yeah.
You can't be, and you can't be saying that. There's no way you're saying that. So
Yeah.
Wynn
It's a tough
went to,
call.
yeah,
Tough
Wynn must
call.
be went to the Wiz or something.
Hey, he went and got right. He went to
Right.
he went to that
He
witch
went and got
doctor.
a, yeah, he went and got a shot. But that's a great problem.
Hey, it is a good problem
That'll
to
be a,
have. Good
that'll
problem
be
to
a good
have,
problem
but
to have.
yeah. Now, another topic I wanted to touch on is they talk about this Ravens team being physical, and I saw Patrick Queen kind of get up there and basically say, "Hey, this is we don't really take these guys serious." Then all the motions and the basketball on grass type stuff. Do you think this team will like out physical us? And let's talk about McDaniel's response to that first. Like McDaniel said, "Hey, we run the ball pretty well. We stop the run pretty well. I think that's the sign of a physical football team." And I think he kind of left it at that. But do you think they can out physical and muscle us up front? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, one, if they are able to outmuscle us, then it's gonna be a long day for us.
Long
So
day for
that's where
sure.
you start it with. But I think that how you get to being physical can look different, right? And I think that's the issue with this argument. Their physical is a smash mouth brand of football. Our physical is, zoning, being able to turn them in and get up to the second level and do all the things that we do and have a receiver crack and go and the guard pull and turn up. It looks different. So
Yeah.
uh, from what I hear, what I think people are trying to say about physical, then yes, our team is not physical in the way that they're talking about because we don't run downhill lead and we don't run, fullback traps and this and that,
Right. Right. Right.
what you would
Right.
consider physical type of brand. Our physical is a different way. And you're not, and particularly on offense. Now on defense, then we play another different type of physical game as well, right? So
Yeah.
on defense, our physicalness doesn't look like theirs, where it's downhill and this and that. We get pressure, we bring this, we do all kind of stuff. So it's different, but ultimately we can't let them physical us tomorrow, though. That's a fact, because the way that they do it is debilitating to a football team.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really,
We
the way
we
that
can't get. Go ahead. Go ahead.
they want to manhandle you. They
Yeah.
want to
They want.
punk you.
They want to manhandle. They want to punk you. They want to punch you in the mouth. And
Yeah.
when you see your own blood, what do you do at that
Right.
point? It's like,
Right.
hey,
Right.
you gotta
Right.
start punching back at some point. So I mean, I think you're kind of spot on in regards to that. The Dolphins are very creative with how they get downhill and how they get physical, right? The blocking techniques are kind of quirky. Sometimes you'll see some of those traps, but it's a tight end trapping the guy sometimes
Right,
or a fullback.
right.
There's just a lot of creativity there, right? It's a lot of misdirection, and they don't know where it's coming from. So I think that's why they call it like, oh, it's not physical. It's like finesse. It's basketball because you're trying to like out scheme us, right? But I rather Mike McDaniel do that because I know some of our talent up front isn't built for blocking these guys man to man, right? I think it takes some of that when you're looking at the offensive line and the unit, right? You got some offensive linemen here that are kind of journeymen that have, they aren't the best of players. You got some solid guys, right? You got some beat up guys, but I think the scheme just kind of works in their favor because Mike McDaniel has a way of drawing it up to where, hey, it's going to work in our favor as long as we do this. We might not have to mash a guy off the ball, but we can get our hips around and, get our hips around him, right? Punch him on his left shoulder and get him turned so we could get up the field. So I do think
But
that.
and the
Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I was just saying the other thing that really what I look for when you have these types of matchups is there's a certain physicalness to the foot to the game, right? But then there's a certain mental toughness. And that's what we're going to see with the Dolphins tomorrow. How mentally tough are we to withstand in that environment when there's,
Yeah.
80% of the stadium is going to be your guy, your people, and, you know, they believe that they're the number one seed and this and that and everything that's going on. And this is another, they beat San Francisco, and this is another statement game to solidify them as an alpha. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so
Yeah.
for I don't care how tough you are physically. For us, it's going to be how mentally tough are you? How can you go into that stadium in that hostile environment and go take a dub?
Mm,
And that's what we're
take
going
a
to find
dub.
out tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's definitely what you're gonna find out tomorrow. Ralph has a good question. He says, "Gentlemen, do the Dolphins rest Waddle for playoffs? Will we see a run-heavy game plan versus the Ravens due to injury of Waddle?" Fins up and hit the thumbs up button. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to the homie Ralph coming through, showing some love. Ralph actually won the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. He won that pair of Jordans. So shout out to the homie Ralph, man. We're gonna go out one time for him. Let's go. So, Doc, what's your thoughts on that, man? Do you think we see a run heavy game plan tomorrow as a result of Waddle kind of being out, or do you think it's kind of going to be the same thing in regards to what we've already seen?
Well, run heavy. No, the run with the extensions of the runs. Yes, I still
Okay.
see us throwing some of those bubble screens. I see us
Mm-hmm.
maybe. I would love to see us run a screen on them. We haven't ran one in a while, but
There
throwing
you go.
some swings to A chain. Those quick get somebody the ball in their hand. The little
Fullback,
jet.
Ingle, Alec
Yeah,
Ingle type stuff.
yeah,
Yep.
jet sweep and all of that kind of stuff
I got
to
you.
neutralize what they would consider physicality. So I see us I don't see us dropping back 50 times and throwing the ball all around the park because of the absence of Waddle. So but I do see us being a run heavy kind of game because we're going to get to it again differently.
Yeah, and I think you're spot on in regards to that. I think Mike McDaniel is always trying to get the ball into the hands of his playmakers, like right away, and give them space and opportunity to work. I've always been a proponent, right? I've been to a lot of coaching clinics, been around a lot of football. I feel like the best offensive coordinators use the entire field, right?
Yeah.
And and when you use the entire field, that means, hey, taking advantage of the flats, right? Running the ball in different areas, using the deep parts of the field, taking your shots, using the middle of the field, and you have to use the running backs and you have to use the bubble screens in order to attack those areas. Like you got to be able to attack those areas. You're not always going to be able to do it by a toss or a jet sweep. You may have to throw it out there to get your guy out there right away. So I think you're spot on because I think Mike McDaniel. There's a million ways to skin a cat, right? Um, you can do it by running it out there. You can do it by throwing it out there. You got a fullback who can get in the flat. You got a tight end who can get in the flat. You got receivers who are out there right now. You can take your shots down the field. You can take the underneath, and I think that's what I really enjoyed seeing in the Dallas game is just us operating where Tua everything was right into his face. Smythe right into his face. Cedric Wilson on a slant right into his face. He could see it. He can get it out. That's where I thought he was best at in the game. Where I thought he struggled at was the out routes, the deep out to Cedric Wilson on third down there on the goal line, in the goal area, where we had to kick a field goal. Like, he struggled on some of those plays, but if you get stuff in front of Tua's face, typically, he's going to execute, right? He may throw one high every now and then, like the one he threw the A-chain that was going across the middle, and he had a ton of space, a ton of room. But, I mean, Mike McDaniel is going to run the ball. He's definitely going to run the ball. But he's also going to use different ways to get guys involved and get the ball into their hands right now, right? He definitely needs to do that. And Raf says he needs to channel his inner John Stockton, and that's what he needs to do. John Stockton, Scott Skiles, Jason Kidd, hey, be a great point guard. Get everybody lined up, know where people are, and distribute the ball. Just go out there and just conduct the orchestra, bro. Just go out there, conduct the orchestra, put guys in the right place, get the ball to them when you need to get the ball to them. It doesn't have to be fancy. I just want to see efficiency. So,
Hey man, John Stockton had that dog in him. He'll put up for that three in your face, though, man.
Well, hey, just to be a threat, right?
Three in your face, just to let you know.
just to let you know, I ain't playing with your ass, man.
Yes. But I do see the one thing you can almost bet on. They're gonna get A-chain on a couple of those arrow routes.
Oh yeah,
that kind of stuff, a couple of those little swing routes, a couple of those little out routes to get him the ball. And it'll be interesting, man. And, he's been nursing that foot and that toe and that kind of thing. It'll be interesting to see us get him going, though. This is, in my mind, a kind of game where he can really put a footprint on it, from the tailback position, especially with Waddle being out, getting that ball in space and making a play and going, man. It's been a minute since we really saw him just get going. So I'm really thinking and hoping that he'll get going this week.
Yeah, man, and we saw it last week on some crucial downs. A-chain caught some balls, especially on like third and short. Like, he ran that arrow route to the right side, Tua hit him and got the first down. Like, those are crucial plays. I saw a lot of that in training camp when I was down there providing y'all with coverage. And, early in the season, I was like, where is that at? We're not really using A-chain in the passing game, but you see it slowly starting to ramp up. Like, you see it slowly starting to be a threat. And he's good. He could catch the ball. I mean, he's got great hands for a running back, man. He has great hands. So that's interesting to see. And I'm looking forward to seeing Mike McDaniel get him involved more in that pass game for sure. Definitely. But this is something I wanted to talk about too, and I'm glad Tom brought this up. He says, I believe getting film on the Ravens versus Niners will give us an advantage because it's the last 72 hours. Coach Mike McDaniel probably watched the game 15 times, scheming something new, right? And I was listening to guys talk about this today. Some of the national pundits, they were saying, hey, they think the Baltimore Ravens have the advantage because they just played the Shanahan defense, right? Or the Shanahan offense, right? They just played the Shanahan offense, so therefore they should have the advantage because they have an idea of what Mike McDaniel's going to do, right? and I wasn't really like in tune with what they were saying, but I mean, it makes sense to some extent, but you also got to think, hey, Mike McDaniel just watched the game. He just watched how you guys played him, right? So it's also going to give him an advantage as to what you think you can get away with, right? When it comes to scheming versus. So, I mean, what's your thoughts? Do you think who has the advantage? They just played a Shanahan offense, right? They're going to go against us on Sunday. Do the Ravens have the advantage or do we have the advantage? What's your thoughts on that? Or is it even?
Well, I think that again, it comes down to coaching, man. I think that they, having just seen that zone, outside zone, and some of that stuff that we do, is
Yeah.
going to certainly be an advantage for them. But how does Mike McDaniel use that knowledge against them, right? How does he,
That
you
chess
know,
game, right?
yeah, that chess game? And again, we talked about this earlier. Championships teams, championship players, championship coaches have to go through this thing of checking the boxes, right? And
Yeah.
so this for Mike McDaniels is a check the box. Can you scheme up a game plan,
Mm,
in a big game when a team that has this information and all of the things that's going on, can you build a scheme? And certainly he's smart enough. So I don't worry about that. Will he be able to come up with the game plan and this and that? The issue
right.
becomes, can you call the right play in the right moment? Can you stay with the game plan? You know what I mean? And not get frustrated because
Yeah.
obviously they're going to be at home. There's going to be some moments where, it gets a little, like they used to say, it's nut cracking time. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, it's
time,
not cut.
it's time. So,
It's time. Yep.
can he make those plays?
And I think you bring an interesting point because he's going to watch the film, he's going to evaluate. And I think if he's watching the film, he's trying to figure out, hey, this is how they played this. What's the next level to it? What's the next phase to it? What can I do to cause problems, right? To put them in a difficult situation. And I think Mike McDaniel's always he's super smart, Ivy League guy, right? Smart enough to figure it out. But I think it's going to be timing too. It's like, sometimes when you're calling an offensive play, the defense just calls a play and it alleviates that. And that's the case sometimes. So it's a matter of timing and the defense not calling the right play sometimes. But I mean, he's a smart guy. I think he's going to have a good game plan. I think it's going to come down to us executing at this point. And that's going to start with the offensive line and guys passing, catching, and blocking, like just the fundamentals, like doing the little things. I think the attention to detail of the fakes, the blocking, right, like knowing where the running back's going, knowing where he's trying to get to. I think that's important, and I think every little detail Mike McDaniel is trying to cover. He's trying to give his guys the advantage, for sure. So I
Yeah,
think it'll
it,
be a
it,
good
it really,
matchup.
yeah, I think that again, if we play our game tomorrow, we're gonna be really, really good. The chess match is gonna be really good to fun to watch though. I can tell you
Oh
that.
hell yeah! And I love seeing that. I love seeing the back and forth. And Mike McDaniel's hasn't ran a lot of trick plays or anything. Like he hasn't really pulled a lot out of the bag. We've seen a couple things that were like, oh damn, like the shovel pass and maybe like a couple of the reversers or jet motions and stuff like that.
Man,
But we haven't really seen a lot of like crazy trick plays. He's typically been like pretty vanilla for the most part. There's some stuff that's kind of quirky, but I wonder if he has some stuff that he's holding to the playoffs. I wonder if he has some stuff that
well,
they've been working on that they just haven't shown yet, and they probably won't show until they need to show it.
that's something that I've been waiting on because that Shanahan tree, they do all kind of crazy stuff. They put a Debo in the backfield, and they
Yeah,
do
like
this with
yeah,
and they do all of these different. And I keep waiting on us to
yeah,
do something. And we've been to the extent, obviously there's context to it because there's nothing vanilla about our offense. But from our offensive perspective, we've been pretty vanilla. We haven't did,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And that's and that's
I
and
can't, but
that's cool, Doc. And I'm glad you said that because that's context, all right? Us looking at it, we're like, damn, we see this every week. But other teams in the NFL are like, man, what the hell is going on? What are they doing? Like, this is not something we're used to seeing. So it's crazy that we see it and we're like, man, we see this every week. Like, we're gonna see a reverse every week at some point. We're gonna see jet motion. We might see, a tight end. I mean, it's just kind of the same thing for us. But I would like to see something a little different at some point. Like maybe we run a tight end screen or something like that. I know Smythe isn't the most athletic guy, but hey, if you need him on third and short to get a quick little 5 or 6 yards, he could do that. He could do that. And I'm not saying that's a trick play, but I want to see McDaniels kind of get a little bit more creative. But I don't know if it just comes out organically in the event that we need it too. I don't know. So maybe he's waiting to the last minute to turn that up. We'll see though.
well, it'll be interesting because I can just say that I've expected more in terms of, and I guess you use a great word, creativeness. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, most people will say it's already creative. What the hell you want? You know what I mean? But still, with all that speed we got out of, thought we would have seen a double reverse pass, or this or that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. We just haven't seen that stuff yet. And honestly, I know he's got it, bro. He's got to have it in the bag, bro. Come on, it's there. I just think he feels like he's not going to use it until he needs it. Like Cedric Wilson played quarterback at one point. Like he
Right.
could easily catch that bit, turn a corner, and look for Tyreek down the field or something like that. There's stuff in the playbook. I know he's repped it. We just haven't seen it yet. Just haven't seen it.
What do you
It's
think about
crazy.
what Junior Black or J.R. Black? He
This
says, I think,
so
go, yeah,
yeah. He says I think the Rams film versus the Ravens is better than the San Francisco film. Purdy shrank big time. The Rams carved the Ravens up, running and passing. P.S. Both offense similar. I like your thoughts there. That's a
yeah,
really good take because I think that's a much better game to watch because it's even, right? It's not a guy throwing 4 turnovers. You can't really see much in a game like that, right? You saw Sam who came in after Purdy went out. Sam Darnold? Was it Sam Darnold?
yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold was pretty damn good, right? It seemed like he learned from seeing what Purdy was doing on the sideline and just said, hey, go out there, be patient, and take what they give you. And he was doing his thing. It seemed like Purdy just, he was off. He was out there seeing ghosts. He didn't know what was going on. But
I mean, a
it's
lot of
hard.
people forget. I'm sorry, a lot of people forget the score was 16-13 at halftime, something like
Bro,
that.
close. Bro, even with the interceptions, it's like, bro,
Yeah,
it was 5 turnovers and they still only lost by 2 scores. Like, where does that happen at, bro? And they talk about, oh, the Ravens had such a great game. Bro, what? Like, you scored 33 points and they gave you the ball 5 times? Like, you should have blown them out. Point blank, period. And that's why I don't get on the hype of this Ravens team because they make it seem like the Ravens team are world beaters. But I'm telling you, tomorrow they are in for a treat, Doc. They in for a treat tomorrow. They in for
don't
a
turn
treat.
the ball. Just don't turn the ball over. And I
We
mean, and
turn.
that's football.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah,
football,
yeah.
right? Just don't turn.
Yeah.
If you ever turn the ball
Don't
over,
give it to him.
you're
Don't
gonna
give
lose.
it to him. Don't give
Right,
it to him.
right.
But
Just don't give
I
it to
think
him.
we've been really good with turnovers, though. And
In the last
that's something.
weeks, for sure.
We've been great, and I think that's what's helped us in these wins is just making sure that we're protecting the football. We got to protect the football. We can't give them gifts. We don't want to give them Christmas presents. Christmas is over, right? We got to take care of the football. We can't give them opportunities, tip balls, and stuff like that. If you throw in the out route, put it away from them. Put it away from them to the point where they can't undercut it and go get it. So I think Tua's he's understanding the assignment and the urgency of protecting the football. I think the running backs are protecting the football. Knock on wood. I'm not trying to jinx nobody. But we just need these guys to continue doing what you do, because we're good enough. We're good enough to get it done, man. We're good enough to get it done.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we use Jeff Wilson, that running back room. Wilson ran really, really hard last week.
Yeah.
Obviously Mostert, then obviously A-Chain, and we got Ingo involved. So it's interesting to see how over the last couple of weeks the running back room has kind of changed, and that we are doing some different things with them now, of leaning on their strength. So it'll be interesting to see how many carries Wilson get tomorrow.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see, man. And Wilson ran hard last week. I mean, got some tough yards, some yards we needed down the stretch, and that was good, man. But I mean, and that's what we need. We need guys to step in and just come to play. And it seemed like Jeff Wilson was itching to get on the field, itching to get his feet wet, and he did it. He did the damn thing, and that's what
Man,
you like
when
to
you
see.
see all of that going on, you want some of it, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, right?
You see, like, let me get some of
a piece.
that.
Let me get a piece of
Right.
that.
Hey, man, this dude done got 21 touchdowns. Let me get some of that.
21. Hey, that boy was running like he was trying to get in there, dog.
Right.
He
Let's
was running like he
go.
was trying to get in there. Hey, but I'm
Let's
gonna go ahead and drop the
go.
link, Doc. If you want to hang around for a few, I'm gonna let a few people come up and just chop it up.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's chop it up.
Yeah. We're gonna drop the link. Feel free to come up, man. I know it's been a while since I opened it up, man. Y'all boys come up, chop it up with me. I just kind of want to get y'all thoughts on the game and where y'all are. I know we've kind of talked about everything. We talked about a lot of different stuff in regards to both sides of the ball. We got Tom the Don in the building. Tom, what's good with you, man? What's popping?
Hey, man. How y'all doing today?
Good, man. How you feeling? How you been, man?
I've been
What up,
doing
bro?
good. I've been doing good. How you doing, Reggie? Reggie Brown, the
It's
legend.
all good, bro. Hey,
The man, the myth, right? The man, the myth, the
hey,
legend, man.
Hey, the man next to the damn Piccolo player.
nah, hell nah. But-
So what I was looking at it, and I'm looking at the games. I've been watching Dolphins all year for the first time in a long time, and this is what I see. I think when it comes to the Ravens, all we need to do is shut Lamar down, and not with his passing game, just his run. That's
okay.
all we need to do.
Just keep him from running.
Keep him from running. And I believe that's why we might have brought up we're getting Ingram back again, because I think we want Van Ginkel in that quarterback spy scheme.
Okay, all right, I hear you. I mean that's a good thought. That's a good thought. I mean, if Ginkel's playing the spy and you got Ingram and Chubb on the outside, I mean we'll see how it works out. But I mean I think our guys, Duke Riley, David Long Jr., I think those guys are athletic enough to kind of make sure he's not running up the middle. And I think our defensive ends are smart enough to just, hey, don't rush so far up the field where I'm giving them a easy running lane. I can't.
Exactly.
You can't do that tomorrow. You can be aggressive, but you gotta have contain. And that's what I want people to understand about the game of football. It's about being disciplined and being sound in your responsibilities, right? So if Chubb is on the outside and he's in a 9 technique and he goes inside the tackle, he just has to understand that, hey, I have help. And my help may come from my corner or somebody, but somebody's outside there to get Lamar if he decides to take off since I'm going inside. So I think that's where the responsibilities and guys just understanding what they're supposed to be doing on certain plays and not getting out there and wildcatting and just doing what they want to do is important. So,
But that's the problem. Like Chubb is really good, but
yeah,
if you notice, like he overshoots. Like when he overshoots
sometimes,
and
yeah,
misses, that's when the quarterback gets away. That's what Dak was doing in the last game. He was overshooting, and Dak had this wide lane.
yeah,
And yes, our players stepped up and did what they needed to do. But with Lamar Jackson, we know he's a lot faster.
yeah,
We've been
yeah.
and just
And he
like
can, it happens quick. It happens super quick with Lamar. So when you step up, you got to keep your outside shoulder free, and you got to be ready to turn back inside because dude's fast. He's a hell of an athlete, bro. Hell of an athlete, and he can throw it around too. So you on to something, Tom. You definitely right. And I think I don't know if Fangio uses a spy somewhat, but I think he will mix it up. I think he will mix it up on Lamar and show him some different looks to kind of confuse him, right? Because that's what you want to do versus guys like him, right? Not the best thrower, not the most cerebral guy when it comes to passing. You got to make it difficult on him. You got to confuse him a little bit. Throw some shit in the game, and just you want to have him out there seeing stuff that he's hasn't really seen before, right? That's what you want him seeing.
I'd also say that on the offensive side, just out of character, just to see what happens. I hope we play punch you in the mouth, run football, like just up the seams. I know our offensive line. Yeah, we've had 6, 7, 8 different lineups, but just instead of throwing on the first down, run it up their gut, see
Yeah.
what they do. Because I don't think they're going to be ready for it. They're going to be playing 4-man and expecting the pass and just run it up their gut and see
Yeah,
what happens.
yeah, I think you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see some of that inside zone toss. Where you get that cutback from Mostert or the cutback from A-Chain. I think you're gonna see some of that tomorrow. I think Mike McDaniel will run some of that. He'll run some inside stuff. He'll run some traps. He'll run some outside zone. I've noticed, and especially in the Dallas game, he's really starting to use those traps a lot on the interior. Just kind of letting the 3 technique or like usually the 3 technique or one of those inside guys loose, right? And going up to the backer with the guys, and then just bringing the tight end across to basically pin or kick that guy out, and that's how you get inside of that, and that slows those guys down too, especially those really good defensive guys. We were chopping Micah Parsons down a lot. Ingo was on his legs. Jeremy Smythe was on his legs, and I think that's how you gotta play those guys like that. You gotta play those guys. You gotta hit them high. You gotta hit them low. You gotta pin them. You gotta do a lot to them. So I think he's gonna have a game plan ready to go after those guys tomorrow, for sure.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the offense, man? You think the offense can get going tomorrow? We've been a little slow lately. What's your thoughts on the offense?
Well, with the offense, like I said, I said in the chat, I think Mike McDaniel is going to scheme up something a little different, something a little off from what they've seen, and I believe it's going to come in with the tight end Smythe. I believe it's going to come in with the dink and dunk. And that's what I want them to dink and dunk, because that's going to throw them off.
Yeah,
It's going to play their whole scheme is for that, like you said, the outside, the sweeps, the cross.
Yeah.
And then when you dink and dunk, they're like, oh wait, they're not playing this way. And then the moment you see that adjustment, that's when you let Tyreek go.
Yeah. I like it. I like it, man. Hey, Tom, I appreciate you coming through. What's your score prediction for tomorrow, man?
Hopefully, if it's the way I think it is, it's going to be 28-17 Miami.
Ooh, that's right where I'm at, man. It's 28-17 27-17, something like that. I think that's going to be the score tomorrow, man. Hey, that's spot on, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming through, Tom. I appreciate the support too, bro. You always welcome to pull up, man.
Hey,
I know.
can I ask Tom one question?
Yeah, go
Tom, what
ahead,
do
go
you think
ahead.
about the fact that the dink and doink might take us out of our offensive rhythm? Because we are a rhythm offense, and my fear is when we start to get away from who we are, it can hurt you a little bit. What do you think about that?
No, and I understand that. Yeah, the timing, the rhythm, but with the dink and doing, with the going to your running back or going to a quick slant, I believe that disrupts their defense more than it disrupts our offense because Tua is that damn good. He's that precise. He is that, he's that guy that's in tune with everything that he's doing. So if he's told, hey, this first quarter we're going to dink and dunk. So I want you to look at our number 3 and our number 4 first, not our number 1 and number 2. So he's gonna when he snaps the ball, he's looking at Tyreek, but he knows he's going straight to number 4 instead of number 2. So once you get that going, and then the defense tries to adjust and they start bringing more men in the middle, that's when Mike McDaniels goes, "Oh, I feel that one play touchdown. I feel that one play drive. There we go."
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how I feel about it, and I think that's the way we should play it because they are that damn good. Baltimore is no joke. So we got to get them off rhythm before we get off rhythm.
Yeah, I think so. And I think you can win with the underneath stuff because you saw it last week where when we needed a drive, right? Um, Tua just took that, and Mike McDaniels just took it. Like Smythe all the way down the field, Smythe in the seam, and then you came back to Cedric Wilson on a slant. I think the quick game needs to become better down the stretch, right? You're not always going to be able to get it to Tyreek and Waddle in these windows. Sometimes you got to hit some of these other guys because they're open as well, right? So you got to look to some of these guys who are in the slot or in line in the tight end, and you got to attack the seams. Like the seams have to be a threat. If you're not attacking the seams and you're only focused on getting the ball outside to Waddle or Tyreek, then you aren't really doing your team justice because you aren't using the entire field. So like they gotta use some of these guys, the Alec Ingalls of the world. They gotta use Durham Smythe underneath in order to open up that stuff for Tyreek and Waddle. Because sometimes they're just gonna sit on it and they're just gonna say, hey, you gotta beat me with your fullback and your tight end and your other receiver and your slot guy. Because we're not gonna let you just go deep to Waddle and Tyreek, right? So then you got to kind of get creative, use your other stuff, and then once they start coming down on that stuff, then you can hit them in other spots. Hit them in other spots for sure. But Tom, I appreciate you coming through, my boy. It's always love, man.
Hey man, it's always love. I mean, I'll stay in here and I'll put myself on mute, listen to everybody talk. If you want to ask me something.
I'm actually about to close it down, man. I don't think we have anybody coming back up.
Wow,
So.
Nobody else is in here today?
Yeah, man. Them boys quiet. I think everybody nervous. I don't know why. What's up with
Nervous for what? Let's go.
Bruh, it's a dub.
We in the playoffs. It don't matter we win or lose. We in the playoffs. So let's build this up. Let's get the number 1 seed. Come on, guys. Where you at?
Man, these boys quiet in here tonight, man.
I am mad.
PT
The last time I was in here, there was like 20 boys speaking up over me when I was trying to make a point. Where they all at?
That's what I said, man.
PTSD is real. PTSD is real, man.
Them boys nervous, man. I don't know what's up with these Dolphins.
I'm 40 years old. I've already seen all the Trump.
Yep. Hey, and Q said, hey, Shake said he's about to pull up. Pull up, Shake. Q said that last drive to get into field goal range to a dink and dunk some throws. Yeah, underneath, bro. And that's
exactly.
You got to do that sometimes. You got to do that. Wilson and Smythe. Yep. Wilson, he hit Smythe on a nice seam, right? Came out of, got the ball, got the snap. Smythe got into the seam right away. Tua hit him, and he went for like 10 to 15 on that one. And then he hit Cedric Wilson on that slant, bro. And that was like another 10-yard play. So you got to do that. You got to do that. Hey, the homies here, Shake Money in
What's
the
good,
building.
homie?
Shake, what's
Shake
good?
Money. I never get to talk to Shake Money.
What's
What's going on, my
bro?
brother?
How you
What's going
doing,
on,
man?
son? How you doing?
Doing
What's up,
good.
Doc?
What Doc doing? Doc, what you doing, man? Well, go ahead, Shay. What's up
What
with
up,
you,
bro? I
man?
was moving some stuff in the crib. What's up, Shake?
Man, hey, I'm gonna. I haven't listened to the roundtable. I gotta do some chores tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to listening to that replay.
Oh
of the
yeah.
roundtable.
Appreciate you, bro. I was on the roundtable Friday night. You know, we turned that thing all the way up, Shake. It was a good show, man. We had Stephen Dion, me, Doug, TD. You know, I was stomping with the big dogs. You already know what time it
for
is,
sure,
man. Appreciate you checking that out. But yeah, y'all go check out AFC East Roundtable, Miami Dolphins Roundtable. It's the best show over there for sure. Best show over there, bro.
Yeah,
But Shake, what you got for this game, bro? What you thinking?
I think, like I said, I think it's where I don't think it's gonna be a big offensive game. I think whoever defense don't slip up.
Ooh, the defense, huh?
Yeah,
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Whoever defense don't slip up, man. And that's scary to me because I need this. I need the offense to come play, right? And I say it's scary to me because if it's gonna come down to the defense, I feel like Lamar's gonna find a way to make a play with his legs or something, bro. And that's what bothers me about it because he has that ability. I mean, I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. The dude's a problem when it comes to being an athlete on the field and seeing stuff and getting out of it. Like he's a problem. I do think that can come back to haunt him though, right? When it comes to trying to make plays, I think he could be trying to make plays, holding on to the ball a little bit. Honestly, Lamar's one of the most sacked dudes in the league, right? And I don't think people realize that he is one of the most sacked dudes in the league. That could lead to some sack fumble. My dog Chubb coming around that corner and doing some damage. So we don't know, but man, it's gonna be interesting. It will be interesting for sure. Everybody will be watching. Let me go ahead and get a couple more guys in. Look who showed up, man. We got the gang here now. Oh, the gang's here now. What's good, Q? What's good, Lou? What's going on with y'all boys, man?
And we getting ready to go to the goddamn club tonight, CB. You know what time it is.
Hey, you can tell the cats who don't get out. That boy hyped.
What's up, Q?
Q, mi hermano, what's up,
What's going on, fellas?
Oos.
Not much, just getting busy around the house.
I hear you. Lou, what you got for the game, bro? I mean, y'all boys nervous in here, bro. I had to say y'all was scared in order for y'all to hit the lane tonight,
I see your cut, Lou.
Hey, Lou got the fade. Hey,
you already know what time it is.
You got the fresh cut.
You throwing ones tonight or what, my boy?
Throwing fives tonight. Ones. What
about to pick them ones right back up.
Hey, my dog say he throwing fives. Okay, big baller. Okay.
Hey, do we have strip clubs in and where you from, Q?
No, we don't do that down here, bro. It's a Christian little country.
Okay.
Where you at, bro?
I'm straight from the homeland, bro. I'm from the motherland, American Samoa.
Oh, okay. So you over there right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. I
Hey,
know that.
Shake, they don't do that in Orlando where CB's at neither. They ain't popping down there.
Come over here. Hey, Lou, we got a couple. We got a couple Cleos. Shout out Cleos on OBT. Hey, you already know what time it is.
You out there in OBT?
Oh man, come on, bro. I'm Orlando, bro. I'm Orlando born and raised, dog. So I'm everywhere in the city, everywhere.
All I know is I'm looking forward to next week to open this up, baby.
Hey, that's that Buffalo Trace, man. We got Buffalo next week. It's a dub, man. We got to take care of the Ravens this week too. We gonna handle these boys. Lou, what you got for the game, man? You come in here. What you thinking, bro?
Listen, I told you, I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think neither team gets into the 30s. I got the Dolphins winning 26-23. I think it's nip and tuck. You know what I'm saying? I think, we pull it out at the end, kind of like last week. Chips on the line. I believe it's 23-23, and Tua in this offense is the last ones we see on the field, man. Tua gets us down there, and Money Man Sanders kicks the game winner.
Ooh, Money
That's
Man
what I got.
Sanders coming through 2 weeks in a row. Ooh, Lord.
And the
Yeah,
one thing I
that's what
like
I got.
about this game
Y'all
is it's gonna
fucking
be a
with my
1 o'clock
nerves,
game.
though. They
It's
fucking
gonna
with
be a
my
1 o'clock
nerves.
game, so it's not gonna be too cold. It's gonna be perfect football weather.
Yeah, hey, I agree with that. I do like the 1 o'clock slot. 50 degrees and sunny. Shit, that's football weather right there. I think we could go in there and handle that. I think that's
That's where Baltimore messed up. They could have got the Sunday night football, let it get a little colder, a little chillier. No, they want to play at 1 o'clock. Okay,
yeah,
let's
that's
go.
what I said too. That's what I said. Q, what you think about the game, man? I know you a Steeler fan, but what's your thoughts on this matchup, man? And I know you know the Ravens better than anybody, bro. You see them twice a year, dog.
Yeah. But I think it's a different situation though, CB, because we are divisional rivals. So it's going to be a close game, but we're going to have, some advantage or some opportunities to win that, that type of game. But man, I agree with Lou. It's going to be a close one, man. I think you're not going to see what the Ravens did to the 49ers, because the 49ers, their strength is running the ball, and they played a lot of cover one, single high safety. Got that man in the box. I think you're going to see a too high safety, bro. They're going to respect the speed, respect Hill. They're going to give some cushion.
Got to.
Yeah, and then man, just do the same thing you did last week to the Dallas Cowboys, bro. Run that ball, mix it up, and I think the outcome is going to be the same way as last week, bro. Or see, it's close, something close to that. 22-20, something close to that.
I like it.
Playing
man.
me out, yo.
Hey, we ain't playing you at Fred. Damn, bro.
Playing me out,
Hey, my dog Fred in the building. Fred, what's popping, man?
What's up, CB? Long time no see, bro. Long time no see.
Fred, Merry Christmas. Hey, let me holler at Fred, man. Merry Christmas, Fred. It's great to see you, my boy. Hey,
you too, my man. You too.
Fred got the Ravens winning. Fred said he got theRavens.
Man, you know Fred got the Ravens. I ain't mad at Fred.
Yeah, he got the Ravens.
I ain't mad at what you got the score being, Fred. What you got the score?
Man. Well, shit, y'all already know the Ravens. You done already told me the Ravens winning, so why you asking? No, but for real, man.
I still want to know the score.
It's like this, CB, man. Because I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm gonna go with my heart and say the Dolphins 24-20.
Ooh, he shocked you, Lou. That's
Cap.
Yeah. That's that's
all right,
with my heart.
All right, so let's do this. So Fred, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's pick with your brains. We got some feedback somewhere. Who got the feedback?
I'm sorry, CB.
Turn your TV down, boy. Your TV loud as hell, boy.
Hey, CB. Fred was on TFTG a little bit ago, right? Fred said, CB, we just did a show 2 nights ago, right? We were talking about the chip on the shoulders of the Miami Dolphins. We talked about the chip on the shoulder of Vic Fangio. Remember?
Yeah. We talked about that. We talked about all of that.
Fred gonna come up there on TFTG talking about Lamar Jackson got a chip on his shoulder, and that's why he got the Ravens beating the Dolphins. That's what Fred said. Don't let Fred come up here and lie to you.
So Fred, tell me what the other side of that is. What's the other side of that?
Oh, what the other side is, man. I'm gonna have to go Ravens 31-20. Ravens.
Okay.
Ravens, bro. Ravens.
Okay.
That's what it is. I told you.
So CB, it's what it is, bro. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm rooting for my Dolphins, but in reality, and you
Wolfpack. I know.
Hey, man, it is
we
what
don't
it
claim
is,
him
man.
for Wolfpack. Thank you.
Y'all gotta claim Fred. You claim him, goddamn it. You ain't got no choice.
Maybe the Coyote Bunch or something like that, but not Wolfpack.
Nah, hey, well, you know what, man. Hey, you guys call me what you call me, man. But I bet you every single person up here on this panel don't feel like this is possible that the Ravens won't come out with the victory.
What?
That's every Sunday. That's every game somebody can win.
Fred had us losing. Fred had us
Come
losing
on.
last week.
because
No, I
That's
didn't.
a fact.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's a
Hey,
fact.
Fred,
No, I
hey,
didn't.
That's a
Hey, they
fact.
Fred,
say
you
they
lying.
say
Hey,
Pete
hey,
Hold
look.
That's
up,
a fact.
hold
CB.
up, hold up. I
CB.
gotta, Fred.
CB, no, I didn't,
Fred,
bro. No, I
you
didn't.
lying. Fred.
No, I
He
didn't,
lying.
CB.
He capping.
No, I
Nah, he
didn't,
capping.
CB.
Nah, he
I
So
had a
Fred,
Tell me somebody flipped
hold
that.
up, time out,
but hey,
time
listen.
out, time out,
Nah, you
time
straight
out.
capping.
Fred, so you telling me you went on every show? Did you go on any shows last week?
no. I don't. Last week, yeah, I think I was on Miss Finn's show with Crypto.
And what
You know what I'm saying?
and you said that
And
we
what
was
I-
going. You said we was going to win the game.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And as a
Oh,
matter of
my
fact, I told Crypto that the Raiders was going to kick Kansas City's ass, which they did. You know what I mean?
And you
what it
said
was,
we
man.
was winning. And you said we was winning.
Yeah, I said we were going to beat the Cowboys. Yeah, I said
Okay,
that.
Lou, you hear
I
him,
knew
Lou?
that.
Lou, you
I
hear
knew
him,
that.
Lou?
These boys only come out when they feel the Dolphins gonna lose. That's when these
No, I
boys
couldn't.
come
No.
out.
Oh, that's
I'm-
That's when they
bad.
come out.
Hey,
That's
listen,
bad.
I gotta stand up for
Hey, Lou.
Fred on this. Fred
Hey,
don't
Lou.
come out when the wins.
Yeah.
It's,
Hey,
it's
Lou,
like
you.
it's some other cats. Pete, the dude from Seattle,
Nah.
he only come when they
Hey,
lose.
Yeah, well that's true.
Little Nick. He don't come out.
Oh,
What's up with
Little
Oh,
Fred?
damn. Oh, damn.
Hey,
Oh,
let
damn.
me
Put a
hit.
name on it.
Hey, y'all about to have me
Yeah.
hit Big Nick, bro. What's up with y'all boys?
Am I
man?
lying, Lou? Am I lying, Lou?
I don't know who that is.
Hey, that boy Fred funny. Okay, Fred. So you got us on one side. We could win. Your heart is telling us we gonna win 24-20.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
your brain is telling us we gonna lose 31-20.
Yes.
I got you. I got you. All right, Fred. I ain't.
On TFTG, he said Tua can't beat Lamar. That's what he said. He said Lamar.
Ooh, he
He
out
said
2-0.
Fred said on TFTG that he takes Lamar over Tua and it's not even close. That if Tua
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Fred said, and I
Huh?
quote, CB.
Yeah, go ahead,
He
Lou.
said,
Go ahead,
and I
Lou.
quote, if Tua had half of the ability of what Lamar has, the Dolphin team would be great. That's not what you,
That's-
Fred, did you
That's
not say that?
Yes, I
What?
did say that, Lou.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Come on, Fred. Say it ain't so,
Hey,
Fred.
CB,
Can
if
be.
you're going to put an NBA player up there, man, put a good one up there, man.
That's horrible, CB. Get
Oh
him. Talk
my
to him, CB.
God.
Talk to him.
Say it. Fred,
Hey,
you can't.
CB,
Fred.
CB, let me tell
But
you.
this
let me
is
tell you.
my problem. Hold up, Fred. This is my problem with your take, right? This is my problem with your Lamar take and verse Tua.
Okay. Yeah, tell me.
You're only as good as your last game, right? Let's be real about it. You're only as good as your last game. And the last time
Yeah.
we played each other, Tua threw for 6 touchdowns on that man. He outplayed him in the game. Point blank, period. Outplayed him.
Talk to him.
6 touchdowns, Fred. His jersey is in the Hall of Fame, Fred, for that game. Like, what are we talking about? And you saying
Fred
that?
don't want to hear that.
I can't-
Don't wanna
no.
hear that.
And let's go
You know
back,
what?
Fred. Let's go back to the Flores era. Let's go back. We'll go back. When Flores,
If I
when
can
Tua-
remember that, CB,
when-
if I can
oh,
remember.
come
if I
on,
can
man.
remember.
You
Oh, come
taking
on, come
meds?
on.
You
Go ahead,
taking
go ahead,
meds?
bro,
Take your
go ahead.
meds, right? Come on,
Go
now,
ahead,
take your
bro.
meds. I want you to
Go ahead,
remember,
go ahead.
right?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So we gonna go back to Flores era, right? So we
Yeah.
go back to Flores era, and he outplayed him in that game too. Lamar looked like Lamar was seeing ghosts. We in that game we call him Lamar I see ghosts Jackson because the man couldn't do nothing. In the Flores game, he could do absolutely nothing. He couldn't throw the ball. He couldn't make no plays. He couldn't run. He couldn't do nothing. At least Tua came in and was somewhat like serviceable. Got us the W. Got us in field goal range. Made plays where we need to make plays. Where have you seen that Lamar has outplayed Tua? When have you seen it versus Miami Dolphins?
Well, I've seen Lamar blow the Dolphins out before Tua even got there, bro.
I saw that.
You know what
I
I'm
saw
saying?
that.
So,
I remember that.
and going
That was
back
a
to
bad.
last year.
That was a really bad football team, though. That was a 5-win football team.
Okay, well, Lamar was. It's not Lamar was a seasoned quarterback.
He was.
CB, you know what I
he was
mean?
that was his MVP year. I'm not saying that was his MVP season.
And you know what's crazy
okay.
about that game? You know what's crazy about that game? Some of the offensive linemen were introducing themselves to each other at that stadium in that game.
We had people coming out from. We were picking up people from Walmart to come play, and they were playing the same week, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, we picking up baggage from Publix, dog.
Fred
Like,
don't want to hear that. Fred
Okay.
don't wanna hear that.
Now,
Come on, Fred.
Lamar. Now let's don't forget the fact that last year Lamar smoked us. He torched us in the first half, bro.
He did.
He did his thing, bro. And now the Ravens, they had a letdown on defense,
but
bro.
let me tell you. Hold up. I'm gonna let Tom talk. Go ahead, Tom.
Go ahead, Tom. What's up, Tom? By the way.
Hey, how you doing, Fred? That was week 2 of last year. We didn't have Bradley Chubb. We didn't have Jalen Ramsey. What you gonna do this year? What you gonna do this year?
Well, for that matter,
David Long.
Hey, we got a totally different team, Fred. When it comes, I feel like defensively, Fred. Come on,
y'all let Fred off the hook. Hold on,
happened?
Fred.
No.
Well, hold on, Fred, because I just want to address what you said. You said Lamar Jackson killed the Dolphins in the first half.
Yes.
Well, that's all fair and well said, Fred. The problem is in the NFL they don't play one half; they play 2, right? They
Exactly.
And the fact of the matter is, Fred, this is where people like me can turn around and get people like you when you say shit. Because all I hear you always say, Fred, about Tua is when, Tua needs to put the team on his back. He needs to carry us. He needs to figure it out. He needs to find a way. Well, yet last year in that same game you talked about where Lamar Jackson cooked us in the first half, did Lamar Jackson get the ball on offense in the second half? Did they touch the ball?
He touched
it. He touched it.
He touched it.
Okay, and you know what he did when he touched it?
Okay, he had a couple of threes and outs, man. Three points.
No, more than a couple. I think he only scored 3 points in the second half. So how is it, Fred, that a quarterback that you tell me in Tua Tagovailoa is limited and can't do nothing, can't put the team on his back? And you've told me, Fred, that Lamar Jackson is what you want. Guy that has a strong arm, has the legs, can put the team on his back. How in the hell did he only score 3 points and he didn't put the team on his back that day?
No. He scored more than 3 points, man. He scored 28.
In the second
31.
they were up there. They had 35 or 28 at halftime. They scored 10 points in the second half. Miami scored 35 in the second half. What happened, Fred?
I'll tell you what happened. They went to sleep because they were so far ahead and relaxed, bro. It happens, bro. It happens. As a matter of fact, like this. Look,
why did Lamar go to sleep?
I don't know why he went to sleep. Louis just felt comfortable, man. Said fuck it, and just thought, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. You know, Lamar.
At what point, Fred? At what point did the Dolphins wake his ass up in that game?
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, they went to sleep.
Come on,
did
man.
they wake
You know
up?
What? Come on, man. Y'all's ridiculous, man. Y'all going back to y'all gonna really go back to last year to what we're going to be facing tomorrow.
Because honestly, bro, you got to look at the film, Fred. I mean, honestly,
you don't, as a matter of fact, hold on, CB. As a matter of fact, Lamar didn't even have no weapons last year, bro. What he did to us, bro. He had Mark Andrews. That was it, bro.
He had Bateman. Bateman had a huge play on us,
okay, Bateman and Andrews.
Yeah,
come on, bro. Look what he's got. Look what he's got this year. Let me tell you what he's got now, Lamar.
You're right. You're right.
Look what he's got now.
What he got now?
He got Zay Flowers. He got Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers. Odell Beckham, and Bateman.
But you don't know if Zay Flowers is going to even play tomorrow.
We don't know.
If he play, he's going to be hurt.
He may be down Zay Flowers and still tears the fuck up.
But this is my thing, real quick. Let me talk to Fred real quick. So, Fred, this is what I want you to understand.
Andrews that's because Lil Fred.
Look, hey CB, let me say this to you, CB. Let me say this to you. Hey CB, let me say this. Let me say this.
Go ahead, CB,
let me say this to you, man. Like to me, I don't know if you guys notice, but we've been struggling in the red zone lately. And to me, it's because to Tua is scared to make the plays, bro. He's scared to make the play.
He's scared.
He's satisfied. He's satisfied with throwing the ball away or just going down and taking that sack and getting a field goal. Come on, man.
Again,
go out there and get us 7 points, bro. Come on now.
Can we not go too far off topic? Again, I don't know why you gentlemen let Fred get away with some of the stuff he said. The man said that last year, what weapons did Lamar Jackson have? The same weapons that he was up 35-7 with. Did he have weapons when they were up 35-7?
Dang it.
No, he still ain't had no weapons, bro. Mark Andrews and Bateman. Mark Andrews and Bateman.
Come on, man. Mark Andrews and Bateman in the second half. Did those guys play in the second half?
A tight end and a half-ass wide receiver. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
So how did they get up? So with those same players,
they got off.
They get up 35-7.
Now, I'm gonna get up off of that one now.
How did they get up 35-7 with Bateman and Andrews? How did that happen?
Because Lamar, bro. Lamar and his legs.
Okay, so what happened with Lamar?
That's why.
So this
he had a couple of huge runs,
Fred, Fred, this is what I want you to understand, Fred. And I know, I mean, you're a Wolfpack.
It ain't nothing for me to understand, CB, man. Lamar Jackson is that dude, bro. And whoever don't see it, they blind, bro. They blind.
But they blind. Did you watch the game last year, Fred?
Yeah, I watched the game, bro. Matter of fact, I'm still watching the highlights from that.
Who was the better quarterback that day, Fred?
The 6 touchdown guy,
man.
The 6 touchdown guy.
The fact that this cat got to think about this.
Tua got the win, but Lamar's numbers were great, bro. They were great. So I can't take them from no more than that, bro. Because he won the game, bro. He won the game. I'm going to say Tua, bro. But Lamar torched this, and everybody knows he did, bro. Everybody knows he did.
Shame.
That's wild, right there. Hey, Fred, I'm your dude, man. But you know we come from the same generation, man. But let me just say this: we lose credibility, man. When you say 2 through 6 touchdowns, dude, 6. Come on, bro.
Hey, Reg.
Come on, bro.
So what?
Come on, bro.
So what, Reg? Hey, Reg, I seen Bob Greasy throw 6 touchdowns on Thanksgiving Day, man. So
wait. Time out.
I seen Bob Greasy throw 6 touchdowns against the Cardinals, 1977.
Hold on.
We got another guest. We got another guest. The homie Sharif pulled up.
What's up, Sharif?
The Bahamian brother. What's good, Sharif? Hey, my dog gonna start throwing them coconuts. You better stop playing here, Lou.
Can
I say something real quick, Fred?
Let Sharif rock real quick. Sharif,
all right.
Yeah,
Sharif.
man, that's what's up, man. First of all, it's like, Happy New Year's to everyone. If, we don't link up, I wish you guys a new year, man. But let's bring in the new year by destroying Baltimore, man.
Let's do it. It, Sharif. Let's do it. What? Hey, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. We in here talking to Fred, man. Fred trying to get us riled up, but he got the Christmas tree in the back, so I ain't gonna light him up too bad. It's the holidays, right? We ain't gonna light him up. We ain't gonna light him up like that tree tonight.
Good one, Shake. I like that, bro. I like that, Shake.
But man, I mean, I'm excited about the game, guys. I think this is going to be a great opportunity for the Miami Dolphins to go out and prove themselves yet again, right? You get to prove yourself again. Go out, do your thing, show the world you can compete, Fred, right? Tua's got to have some moments in this game.
Exactly. See, and CB, we're going in with a big ass Band-Aid on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What's the
big Band-Aid? The Band-Aid is no waddle, bro. You know what I mean? So they can double team Tyreek. Come on, bro. And I haven't even seen Tua really go to our other wide receivers all year. So I'm going to have to fall back a little, man. I'm still the fan, bro. But I got to fall back
don't fall back. No.
Fred,
man.
Fred, you haven't
It is
seen
what it
Cedric,
is, bro.
You haven't seen Cedric Wilson catch balls and Barrios and
I've seen Cedric Wilson catch
have
balls.
you, are you watching the
I can
games,
catch.
bro?
I can count the balls. Braxton Berrios caught probably on one hand.
You know what's funny is he says they're gonna double Tyreek Hill, like they never double Tyreek Hill when
they double him every game. They double him every game.
Did y'all see the play on Hard Knocks? I just wanted to touch on this real quick. Did you see the play on Hard Knocks on third down, right? Where we needed to get the third down and we went to Tyreek. Did you see both the corner and the safety moving? Hey, they're literally moving in the same direction as Tyreek's moving. The guy slips, and then Tyreek is able to basically outflank the guy, gets the yardage, and it's just crazy to see. You got two guys over the top of him, bro, and he still can't guard him. Neither one of those guys touched him on that play.
What team was that against?
That was Dallas. That was Dallas.
Pull up Pete's comment.
Oh, Pete in here?
Yeah, look at Pete's comment.
Oh shit, Pete came up.
That's Fred, little cousin.
Little Fred, Little Fred and Little Petey. Little Fred and Little Petey.
You know what, man?
Hey, he said I love Fred. Happy New Year. Of course.
I love you too, Pete. I love you too, Pete. I love you too, Pete. Love you too, Pete, my brother.
Hey, Pete a Falcons fan, man. What you talking about, Fred? You rock with Falcon fans?
No, he ain't, man. Pete ain't no Falcons fan, bro.
Fred is a Bills fan. We all know that.
Fred, you a Bills fan, bro?
Oh, come on, CB, man. You know what kind of fan I am, bro. You done see my hard hat and all that, bro. You know
Fred would sell his soul to have Josh Allen.
Fred
would sell his soul to have Josh
Allen. I wouldn't sell my soul, bro. But I wouldn't turn down the ability, the chance to get him.
So you taking Josh Allen over Tua right now?
You damn right, bro. You damn right. You damn right, bro. You damn right. You damn right.
Oh damn, Fred. You out here, right, Fred. Bro. You all the way out there, boy.
Hey, CB, man. Hey, you asked me, bro. I can only tell you the truth, bro.
Hey man.
Hey, I'll tell you the truth. Fred, Josh Allen was on.
McDermott? Go ahead, Reg. What you gonna ask me, Reg?
Hold up.
I'm
gonna let Reg go. Go ahead, Reg, and then Tom. Go ahead.
So you say you would take Josh Allen over Tua. Will you take McDermott over McDaniels?
Yeah.
McDermott over McDaniel.
Damn. You gangster.
Yeah, he would do it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know one of them two guys. Reg, I don't know one of them two guys, bro.
Damn, you would. So you not taking McDaniel over? Wow, that's.
I mean, hey, man, hey.
You seen what Mike McDaniel has done in 2 years?
Yeah, McDaniel's done some. He's done some great things, some wonderful things, man. You know, and it's a shame that he doesn't have the kind of quarterback that can finish, that can finish and get us in the fucking end zone where we're not struggling in the red zone, bro.
You gotta stop the disrespect, bro. We got Tua Louisville, boy.
All right, Leroy. Who's the one and only master? I Let me go, motherfucker.
Hey, you out of here.
You better stop disrespecting Tua Leroy, bro. Stop it. Got the glow. Hey, he lit Lamar ass up like a Christmas tree last year. And you in here talking that nonsense, boy.
Oh my God, man. All right, okay.
He lit him up. Six touchdowns, Fred.
Fred get mad when you start talking
Hey.
positive about Tua, boy.
Hey, Pete said
Fred
he
get
can't.
mad.
Hey, Pete said he can't wait for tomorrow. What you waiting for, Pete?
for Lamar Jackson. That's what he's waiting for the Ravens.
Hey, the link is dropped. Pete, feel free to come through and tell me what you waiting for.
No,
Pete.
Pete ain't pulling up.
Pete ain't pulling up.
Hey,
That boy scared.
He don't want none.
That boy
can
big
I ask-
scared.
Hey, CB, can I ask the panel this?
What's up?
Can I ask the panel? If the panel had a chance again to get Lamar, would you get him?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
No.
I want a
know-
passer. I want a passer.
You're just hating on that, bro. You're just hating on that there,
come
bro.
on,
Yes, you
bro.
No,
are.
hold on.
Yes, you
I
are.
was next to my
Yes,
point.
you are. Yes, you are. You're just
Go
hating
ahead,
on
Tom.
Lamar
Go
now,
ahead,
bro.
Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
When it comes to Lamar and Josh Allen, with this team, we'd already be eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's strong take. Strong
Because
take.
neither one of those have the precision that Tua has.
The
They
precision that
couldn't
Tua
make
had.
those passes
Tua's
that
was
kept them
missing.
going.
Bro, Tua was missing passes all over the field Sunday against Dallas, bro.
Hey, I'm
We're
finna
talking
get up
about
outta here,
we're talking
CB.
about first down. We're
hold
talking
up,
That's
real
part-
quick,
we're
Fred.
talking
Hold
about
up, hold up.
timing.
Hey, appreciate
We're
you
talking
coming through,
about-
Lou. Damn, Fred,
we're talking
shut your
about-
ass up, Fred.
we're
God
talking
damn.
about first down
Fred,
plays,
be
man.
quiet. God
man.
damn.
And also,
bro.
I didn't
Still
get to
take
speak
two.
on,
Hey, Tom,
on last
Tom,
year.
hold up, Tom. Appreciate you.
All right.
Appreciate you coming through, Lou. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. But Fred, let's just say this, CB, real quick, because it gets me mad.
Hey Lou,
I
just
was one of
leave
the
quietly, bro. Just leave quietly, man.
No, Fred. I think you need to hear this,
He
Fred.
said leave
Hey, man,
quietly.
you about to make my Christmas tree die more, man.
No.
Man.
What I'm gonna do is school you a little bit if you just sit there and listen for a minute.
Oh,
I was
man.
one of the ones I called for Lamar Jackson. I would have pulled off the trade before the season. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But knowing what I know now and seeing what this team is and this offense is and stuff, again, Tua Tagovailoa is the perfect guy for this system, for this scheme, for this team. I would not, and again, I was wrong. For the season, I say yes. Right now, I say no. Tua is our guy. I'll leave y'all with that, man. Y'all boys be easy. We'll get
All
up
right, bro.
tomorrow.
Be easy, bro. Shout out to the homie Lou for pulling up, man. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Who was next? Who was talking, man?
I was kind of talking. But.
Go ahead, Tom.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, like I said, nobody's got his precision. Nobody's got his timing. And like you said, what did he look like last week? Well, his timing was off. But that's what he is. He's a 1-2-3 throw. 1-2-3 throw. He knows where that ball needs to be. And if you interrupt the wide receiver, that's it. And also, from your argument from last year with Baltimore, yeah, we scored 4 touchdowns in the last quarter. That also means the Baltimore Ravens got the ball at least 3 times. What happened? Our defense is that damn good, and we're even better this year.
Better. Yeah, better.
Okay.
Better
Hey,
defense.
Tom.
Better defense, and that's you gotta admit that, Fred. We are a better defense than we were last year.
Yes, but the defense is hot this year, bro. It's picked up a whole lot, man. Me myself, I doubted Fangio, man, but Fangio's done great things. However, man, to answer Tom, the 1-2-3 bang bang. If the timing ain't right, okay, Tom. If the timing ain't right, then where are we, bro? We're not getting
That's why
anything off
Lamar
script.
can't play in
So
this
the play,
offense.
so
That's
the
why
so
Lamar
the play's
can't play in
over.
this offense.
So the play's
That's why
over.
Lamar
We're
can't play in
done.
this offense.
I answered that earlier.
We're done.
Before you came into the stream.
Okay, Tom. So what you think's going to happen tomorrow, bro? It's going to be a whole lot of timing that fucked up, bro. So what you?
That's
So,
why I
you know
said
what
we're
I'm
gonna
saying?
switch. We're gonna switch up.
We're going to switch. What you mean switch up?
We do some quick
We're
stuff.
going to the dink and dunk.
He said we're gonna do the quick game. He said the quick game gonna be a fire tomorrow.
All right.
Sharif, what's your thoughts, man?
The medicine balls are coming then.
Let me get Sharif
Go
involved a little bit. I'm gonna get Sharif involved a little bit. And I'm gonna do your score prediction, Sharif. What's your thoughts on the game tomorrow? What do you think happens? How do you think it plays out? What do you think the score ends up being?
Well, first of all, I think I'm too much like keeping up with the Dolphins, but when I look at what Sealer and Christian Wilkins is doing. Like they swallowed up Dallas' good running game, right? And I know Dallas chooses not to run the football because they have leads, and even if they have leads, they fail to run. But we were able to just swallow them up pretty good. I don't think Gus and the other guy Wheatley or Keatley, I don't think they're gonna run on us. And now I think Lamar's they're gonna be relying on Lamar escaping the pocket. I don't think their ground game is good enough. Right now, the way Seiler is playing, he's complimenting Christian Wilkins. Like Raekwon Davis ain't allowing nothing no more.
Raekwon Davis locking it down in the middle,
and he playing for contract.
Yeah.
So I see us running the ball, even if it's for 95 yards. We're gonna run when we need to. Like we've been doing this all year.
Yeah.
Like we've been running when we need to. This is the first season since we've been able to run when we need to and run the fucking clock out. So I don't see Baltimore stopping us, and I don't see them running on us. I think it's a 7-point victory.
I like it. 7-point victory. We got your take, Fred. Shake, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
23-17.
23-17.
Man,
Fins? Fins, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I was just making sure, bro. You got cats like Fred in here. You know Fred. I gotta be careful with him.
And I need you to stop insulting the Wolfpack. Fred is not a Wolfpack. Thank you.
Fred is definitely Wolfpack, bro. Stop playing. Fred is definitely Wolfpack.
Hey, that's all right, shit. I'm good with that, bro. I'm good with that.
He in there, man. Hey, I gotta shut it down, man. We've been going for 2 hours. It's 12.
Love,
hey, much love. I gotta go to church in the morning with the fam, do the fam thing, and then get ready for this game. Hey, shout out to all you guys. I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Tom, Fred, Sharif, you gotta come up more often, man. My brother Shake Money, Reggie, appreciate y'all coming through, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
When the next show, bro. When the next show.
I'll probably go live tomorrow after the game. I'll probably do a 7:00 show tomorrow night between the 4:00 games, the end of the 4:00 games, and the 8:00 game. So
I have one question for you, CB.
Hey, make sure y'all get them black eyed peas and them cabbage in tomorrow.
Hey, make sure you get the black eyed peas, all that good stuff. Make sure you eat all that good stuff. You want to start the new year off right now.
Are you picking the Saxon Superstars or the Valley Boys?
Man, I gotta go with didn't the Saxons win, Junkanoo?
Yep.
I gotta go with, I'm a Valley Boy type of guy. All
right. Say no more.
Yeah, but hey, I do keep up with Junkanoo, man. So my family down there, they into that, so we definitely keep up with that, bro. But yeah, hey, appreciate y'all boys coming through. Sharif, Fred, Tom the Don, Shake Money, Doc, Lou came through, and some other people came through. Q came through. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Love y'all boys, man. Be easy.
All right, CB.
All right, bro. Be easy, man. Shout out to you guys, man. All right, man. Hey, cool show. Love having them guys on. Love chopping it up with them dudes. Them dudes are fun to have. Even Fred and his terrible takes. That's my guy, man. And it's all in fun. It's all in being a good fan and enjoying our Dolphins. I'm not gonna tell anybody how to fan. Even Pete. Shout out to Pete who's in the chat. I see you, Raven for life. I see you in there. I see y'all. DG Live, the homie DG Live's in here. Sheikle, what's good, Sheikle? I'm definitely not gonna forget to bring my Bible. Yeah, we're gonna be locked in. Kevin Lee, I see you, Kevin Lee. I see you. Dolphins for life. Dog came through. Shout out to everybody who came through and showed some love, man. Really appreciate you guys coming out, hanging with me. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Be sure, hit the like button. Subscribe. Share this. If you could share it with one person, that'd be fantastic. We're working to get to 2,000 subscribers right now. We just hit 1,224. We're growing daily. It helps the channel. If you guys want to support the channel, hit the Patreon link, check that out. But yeah, man, hey, 13 hours till we take that AFC East champs. Hey, let's go, man. I like the sound of it. We going up for that one. Let's get it. Yes, sir. And then we get our AFC East champ shirts. We walk into the locker room like this. Yes, sir, man. We ready, man. I'm excited about tomorrow. We're gonna go get that dub, man. We ain't worried about it. Hey, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hey, it's your boy Finn State with CB83, and I'm out. See ya.